Hello, it's Stacy Dennett here. How are you? Happy Memorial Day. I just wanted to make a quick video because I'm actually getting ready to have my wisdom teeth taken out tomorrow, and you probably don't want to see what I look like anytime next week. You know what I mean? So I wanted to make this quick video for you because I mentioned it last week that I was making a video about authenticity, and this is actually about the sixth time I sat down to make this video, and every time I've started talking it usually ends up turning into some rant about the word authenticity. For some reason I just couldn't really get a good video out, and so this last couple of days I've really been thinking about it. Why not? Why does it bother me so much? Why do I feel compelled to talk about it first? And why is it so hard to talk about? Secondly, and while I was making meatloaf today, that was just the first of 4 different dinners I've made so that I can survive my wisdom teeth. It kind of just hit me like a ton of bricks. And it's confession time, folks. I've actually never felt authentic. So that is why I feel compelled to talk about it, because the word really kind of bothers me. And I guess it bothers me because I don't feel like I'm authentic. So here's why. Growing up, I had a really rough childhood. It was definitely nothing but normal. And so I tended to feel the need to rebel against a lot of things. I rebelled against my parents, I rebelled against my school, I rebelled against religion, I rebelled against shoes. Not joking, I didn't wear shoes for 2 whole months. Pretty much if I could rebel against it, I did. And that is what my identity became, was I was the rebellious one. And I always just, and because that was put on me, I just felt like I, needed to keep up. Like, people expected me to be rebellious. The rebellion just got stronger and stronger. I just got really good at being rebellious. But it never quite felt right. All the different, things I tried punk rock, I tried goth, I tried hippie. I mean, seriously, if you could do it and it was not mainstream, I've probably been there. And, because I grew up in a small town in Kansas, you can Google it. It's called Winfield. It's tiny. There's a bluegrass festival that we're known for. And that's about it. It was hard to get away from that identity. It was me since I was basically 12. And so growing up, that's what I was. I was rebellious. All through college, that's what I was. I was the rebellious one. Even though I got away from the small town, I still felt like I needed to be rebellious. But it never quite felt right. Up until about a year ago, when I rebelled against the rebellious people and decided to go bleach blonde. And here I am, super bleach blonde. And I feel, for the first time, I feel like this is me. This is the outward expression of Stacy with an I. Funny enough, though, people automatically judge me as being fake or trying to please people when they see me because of the bleach blonde hair, the sky-high shoes, the sparkles, the full face of makeup. People judge me as being fake. But for the first time, it's okay to me, because this is me. Like, I mean, look at these eyelashes. Wouldn't you want to rock these? The, done nails and the hair, it finally feels good to be me. But I also can walk out of the house with no makeup, my hair's a mess, my mom jeans on, and it's cool. Something I could never do before last year. Whenever I walked out of the house, I had to look the part of who I was trying to play. So I'm finally comfortable in my own skin. But again, I'm still struggling with who I am all over. And so that kind of translates to my business. Like what do I want to do with my business? What do I want it to look like? How can I put myself forward, you know, in my coaching business? How can I make my brand of Stacy use authentic when I didn't necessarily feel authentic all last year? And so here's how I translated into business. So life story rolls into the business story, of course, right? So last year in June, when I decided to start my business, Pennywise, I wanted to get out there and network because that's what the Google told me to do to start a business. Google said network, and I said okay. And I started going out there, networking, meeting people. So happened to run into a group of women business owners who they were all I could really, these types of business owners are all I could really find in Seattle. And they're more like heart-centered business owners where we, I guess you kind of want to put, I don't even know how to describe it. And I don't want to give out names of people, but basically these groups of women get together and not only talk about their business, but also talk about their feelings. And, you know, they want to get together and have coffee and meet you like 27 times so they can know, like, and trust you before they do business with you, which is great. I think that's a good route for some people. But it wasn't me, but I faked it because that was the only people I knew in Seattle who were female business owners. And last week I ended up, I love you, Lynn, but I ended up at a Power Chicks event where it was supposed to be this like deeper kind of networking, and we're sitting around the circle talking about our feelings, and Lynn asked us to say what we were feeling, and I was pretty honest. I said I was out of place because I did. For the first time I was able to say, you know what, I don't fit in here. I am type A, go-getter, you know, masculine thinking business person. But, you know, I want my business to be successful, and I don't necessarily want to talk about my feelings. And so for the first time, I really could say, you know what, I feel out of place. This isn't for me. And I did feel out of place. And it actually felt really good to finally say, you know what, I don't know how I ended up here. I love all the people I've met. I think they're beautiful and amazing, but this is not how I want to do business. This is inauthentic for me. It's very authentic for a lot of people, but for me, it's very inauthentic. And so there it is. This is why I've sat down for 6 times now. I'm not even joking. I have 6 different versions of this video on my computer because I honestly couldn't tell you what it meant to be authentic, because for a long time I haven't felt that way. And so I'm coming at you with the truth, which is what some people think authenticity. This is interesting. My friend Anne Dorn, if you don't know her, check her out. She publishes Seattle Natural Awakenings. She and I have had this conversation. Does authenticity mean that you just kind of spill your guts about everything and you just put it out there? And to a lot of business people, that is what it means. And I think that's partially true. I think being authentic, you know, you put the bad stuff out there along with the good. So here's my bad stuff. I don't, you know, I haven't known who I am. I haven't been comfortable. I'm finally starting to figure it out, and I'm happy in the direction that I'm going. And here's the lesson. You don't always have to know. You don't always have to say, like, this is me being authentic all the time, and this is what it's going to look like. You can be confused, and that's okay. You don't always have to be perfect in your business, and you don't always have to know exactly who you are all the time, as long as you're putting your best foot forward and learning from your experiences. And so I've learned from my past experiences of being you know, not so happy with myself, that this version of me is the truth. And this is who I'm happy with. And I'm happy saying that I think like a man, I run my business like a man, and I love helping women. There it is. I type A thinker who I would give everything to help women be successful. But I don't want to hold your hand and sing kumbaya. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. It's the truth. It's my authentic self. And so I encourage you, if something doesn't feel right in your business, reflect on it, at least for a day. It took me about 3 weeks to kind of solid thinking to figure out what wasn't feeling right. And it took me a year of doing it wrong to figure out that I even felt something wrong. So put yourself out there as your brand and your business, who you are. But if something starts to feel wrong, you know, think about it, reflect on it. So if you've been grilling, I hope it was delicious. I hope you had a fantastic Memorial Day. To all of our veterans, thank you so much. And also thank you to the families who also serve alongside our veterans. My sister is a military wife, and she serves just as much as her husband does. So salute you, and thank you so much. Get out there and be authentic. All right, this is Stacey Dennett signing off.